Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today we're doing another home canned pantry challenge that Lisa and I are in together, and this is one of my all-time favorite things to do with Four Corners Pantry meal. All right, so don't forget to leave a comment because all those comments are going to be compiled, and one video out of this series in the month of April 2021 with Lisa and I we will pick a winner out of the random picker, and then each of us are going to send you a gift. So you got to comment on each video, on every one of them. There's going to be a playlist too for you guys. So save. Lisa's got some fun creative recipes as well as what I'm creating for you. Now this recipe today is really a Four Corners pantry recipe because I'm pulling out of my home canned pantry, and that's the star of the show, home canned tuna. I'm pulling out of my working pantry, which is the pimentos, the cream and mushroom soup, the egg noodles. Those all came from the working pantry. And then from my extended pantry, I've got my Thrive vegetables that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use peas and carrots, all from Thrive. They're freeze-dried vegetables. My link's down below if you're interested. This is so handy to have on the shelf because I don't have to think about it. I have no waste whatsoever. I don't have to peel a carrot. Super easy, and dice them and all that. On the stove I have fresh celery and one shallot and one small onion, sauteing in some butter. I've got, in this bowl, I've got Ritz crackers all crushed up, 3 of the short sleeves, and I'll be mixing that with butter and some seasoning for the topping. And I've got smoked Gouda. What? Yes, we are gonna have a smoked Gouda tuna casserole. It's gonna be so good. So, and I'm taking it to my daughter's for dinner. So guys, come on in and I will show you how I put it together. Super easy. I've got my water boiling for my egg noodles. Let's get to it. Come on. All right, so I cut up the Gouda, and I'm just gonna eyeball it, but I cut it up into chunks so you'll get little pockets of cheese when you are eating, yeah, and it'll melt and give it that unique flavor that you can only get from this smoked Gouda, and I get that at Costco. I've opened my cream of mushroom. I'm gonna go ahead and open my tuna. Let's scoot that over a bit so you can see what's going on. And nice seal. Woohoo! That's what you get for 120 minutes of, or 100 minutes of canning. Sorry, I don't know why I said 120. It's 100 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and drain this off. And that's just the natural juices from the tuna itself. And it's so, I mean, it melds into, even though, I mean, these were big pieces, little pieces, and they kind of meld together, just like tuna in a can. It kind of forms into one cohesive piece. This is raw packed, see, and it's gonna flake apart for us. Can you see that? It's gonna flake, just have to get in there. And this is the perfect amount for, oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that tuna, this is albacore tuna. Look how beautiful that is. And it smells divine. It doesn't smell fishy, it just smells like fresh, delicious, quality tuna. Okay, you can do whatever you like with the broth. I'm gonna get my pan over here. My noodles are ready to drain, and we're gonna put this together. Okay, so I've got my noodles here. I put a glove on so I can get in this tuna and break it up and not have to worry. I mean, I've got clean hands, but I don't want that underneath my fingernails. And this way I'll just slip the glove off and say goodbye. And I don't mind if there's a little extra juice, but see how nice that is and how tender. Oh, I'm telling you, when I tasted this the first time, I was like, okay. And this year I will be going back and doing it again because I canned enough for me for 2 years. So I'm definitely gonna go back and re-up this late summer, early fall is when the tuna come in. So plenty of tuna for this casserole, and this is one of the foil pans so my daughter doesn't have to do dishes. Now I can get rid of this glove, and I'm gonna add the pimentos with the juice. So if you have one of these lug screw tops and you can't get it open, this pry lid pops that right open and easy peasy. So pimentos, juice and all, go in, as well as the cream of mushroom. And the noodles, the pasta's hot. So I go ahead and I put it in there hot because it helps get the cream of mushroom all distributed all across the board with the pasta, and you can kind of spread it out over the top. Helps you get it in there. 2 cans. You can use cream of something. You can use cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of cheddar if you wanted. This is our family's favorite. So, and then I've got these sauteed vegetables, the shallot, the onion, and the buttery celery. Sorry, going in. And then we're gonna add, I'll get a measuring cup here, because we want to add and give you measurements for this. So I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of freeze-dried peas, maybe a little less, a tablespoon less, because it kind of spilled over. So 1/2 cup is perfect. And then the carrots, and they're going to absorb some of the liquid as this is cooking. So a healthy 1/4 cup. You don't need a lot of carrot. It'll add a lot of sweetness to the mix. And then I'm just going to mix this in roughly before I start with the cheese. And I want to season this because we haven't got much seasoning in here. So a little Thrive's Chef's Choice. This is a great all-purpose seasoning, and a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. And that has, what's in here? We are salt, spices, onion, garlic, chili pepper, and that's it, and a little bit of sugar. So that's, again, we don't need a whole lot, but we'll go ahead and everything's man down. Don't have a man down. And once you think the pasta is cooled enough to add the cheese, go ahead and add your cheese in. I think we're about there because I don't want my cheese melting before I get it in the oven. Does that make sense? And we've got plenty of yummy moisture here. The pasta is going to continue to moisten, so I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sour cream. And there we go. And get that in as well. All right. Let's spread that out. And there we go. Nice. Oh my gosh. You know, casseroles are such good comfort food, and it's been raining all day. It's cold still, early spring cold weather. It's a perfect day to have a delicious casserole for the family, and the boys can have as much as they want. Right? Okay, now we're gonna add the cheese in and get that all mixed in. I really want that mixed into the whole thing. I don't want it just on top. I know a lot of recipes will call for you to just put cheese on top, grated cheese, but I love having chunks of smoked Gouda in a casserole or a shepherd's pie, or yeah. If you guys would like to see a pantry, a shepherd's pie using everything from your pantry and very little from anywhere else, let me know. The shelf-stable pantry. Okay, so you see there's lots of cheese throughout that, plenty of moisture. If I didn't think I had enough moisture, you can always add back some of that liquid from the tuna. But I'm gonna cover this so it's gonna be able to steam and take, oh, it's gonna be so good. So let's get this like kind of ready for the breadcrumbs, and yum. I'm excited. Okay, let's do the breadcrumbs. Want to? I'll move this over, get this out of my way. Yum. Okay. So now I've got actually these aren't breadcrumbs, these are Ritz crackers. And I got my new measuring cups. See, they're silicone and they're microwave safe. This is a stick of butter. And I'm gonna go ahead with that butter onto those buttery crackers. And we can use the same spatula because it's all going on that same dish. Go ahead and put the rest of that butter in there. I love these, and these are so much lighter weight too. I'm gonna try to find a bigger 4 cup, but if I can't, I'm gonna order a couple more. I have the 1 cup and then the 2 cup. So a little bit more Thrive, just a little, not much, just a little bit of the Chef's Choice. And you can see these are nice and buttery. Yum. Okay. I almost feel like I want one more sleeve of these. But let's see how they come across here. And I don't want this dry. So guys, if you think it's gonna be dry, because the pasta is gonna absorb, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead with all the juice from the tuna. I'm just gonna run it across the top. I'd rather it be too moist than it to be dry. So we're not wasting anything. Okay, and then now we're gonna put the buttery topping on. And you're just, it doesn't have to be thick coverage. You really want a light covering. I think this is gonna be perfect. Right, okay. It's going into a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes until it's bubbly and you know everything is heated through and the house smells amazing. And you're ready to put it in the truck and drive it to your daughters, in my case. All right, my mouth is watering. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, I'm gonna cover this with a parchment and foil, and then the last 10 minutes I'll go ahead and I'll take that out and take the foil off so it can get all crispy brown on top. All right, we'll be back. Okay, so the casserole is out of the oven. It's screaming hot. I am gonna sneak a bite here. Woo, while it's hot and really bubbly. Look at that. Look at that steamy bite. I'm just gonna sneak a little bit. The top is crispy and the pasta is soft. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take this bite and then I'm taking it over to my daughters because I'm due there in 10 minutes for dinner. I'm taking them dinner and I'm gonna take my phone and get a little clip of how much they like it. Oh, it's got some of that smoked Gouda, the peas, yum, the topping, and the delectable pasta. Egg noodles. You can't not like an egg noodle. Come on. Look at that. Focus, focus, focus. Come on. Focus. It's not gonna focus. No, I'm sorry. Okay, let's do this. It's hot. Oh my gosh. So delicious. Wow. The smoked Gouda just adds a new twist to an old classic. Gives it a little bit different flavor. I usually do kind of a toasted breadcrumb, but the Ritz crackers on top, yum. And nobody will ever know I've already been in this if I do this right. Look at that. Nobody will ever know. I could actually have a little bit from over here. Okay, I'm gonna take this to my daughters, cover it up, take it over there, and I'm gonna get you another taste test from probably JD and my daughter. All right, I'll be back. It's delicious. I highly recommend it. Okay, so JD, yeah, I know you kind of turned your nose up at tuna casserole, but give me a taste test. Let me Tell me what you think.
Not as bad as I thought.
It's good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think, Whitney?
It's good.
Yay, okay. I'm glad.
It is really good.
I had to conquer JD because he was like, no. He didn't want sushi casserole.
Yeah, sushi's good, but like...
Well, this isn't sushi.
I know.
All right. I think we got our winner. Okay.